some of the crazy Candace stuff. While all this serious stuff is going down, we got kooky Candace and the kosher conspiracy distractions keeping everybody's minds in the gutter, keeping everybody retarded. Everything's deflecting away from the real issue. And now Candace Owens, who I called from day one when she was leaving Daily Wire and starting to criticize Jewish stuff, I said she is a liability and she's going to be controlled opposition and she's going to make everything retarded and make anti-Semites look stupid and discredited. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. Here's her latest. Charlie Kirk's a time traveler and there's remote viewing and ancient Sumerian technology and it's all Satanist.
He would die young. How is that possible? Okay, a lot of you guys in the chat were really excited at the end of yesterday's episode when I said today we're going to talk about the CIA's Project Looking Glass. And we have to. Of course, something that has lived inside of me since Charlie died is how he knew he was going to die. Like, not just like, oh, I have a sense of doom and gloom. Specific details related to how he would die young. How is that possible? How could he have known that? How could he have predicted that? How did he even know the day before he died?
I don't know. Maybe he gets death threats all the time. He's always out in public where somebody could take a shot at him. He's one of the most influential conservative people, and everybody thinks he's a Nazi and a white supremacist. Maybe that's why he was worried about. He didn't have very good security. He thought he was at risk. He got threats all the time. Maybe that's why he was worried about being killed. Exactly like what had ended up happening was a completely legitimate concern. But hey, no, it couldn't just be he was worried about some psycho leftist trans taking a shot at him like actually happened. No, he knew, and this is space travels involved. The secret Sumerian technology with the remote viewing and the time travel, they must have been planning this for Charlie and Erica Kirk. She's this Mossad handler and she's in on it. Hey, this is what Candace Owens and Ian Carroll got you. This is what the clown squad got you. Now we're here.
That they were going to kill him the very next day. That's incredible, and we have to discuss that. And things can potentially make a lot of sense if you just consider the CIA's Project Looking Glass, apparently a technology they had where they could look into the future, glance into the future, and predict future outcomes. Also, later on in the show, we obviously have to discuss this weird stalking that's going on with Daily Wire, releasing more content using my face. Like I said to you, I'm being stalked. There's no other way to say it. I am completely.
So if you ever play clips of Erica, you're making content using her face, are you stalking Erica? When you said that the only thing that would make you stop these conspiracies is if Erica told you to stop, and then she told you to stop, and you didn't? Is that stalking? Is it stalking? You go, look, all these guys, look at that guy. He's got a maroon shirt. Look at these people. I think something's going on. Is it stalking to bring on some con artist, charlatan kook on your show and have him claim that he saw all these people at a secret meeting at a base? Is that stalking? God, she's so stupid. How is she so popular? It's because most people are stupid and they love it. They think she's smart. So stupid everybody is. You get into it, you see these followers, these big accounts on Twitter and social media, they have tons of followers. Their followers are hordes of retards.
Being stalked. We'll discuss all of that. Join us using the link below. Okay, a lot of you.
All right, here's more on that. On the time traveler space continuum theory. You guys thought it was just Israel and Mossad involved. Oh, man, it's way bigger than that. This goes straight to the fabric of reality, guys. Candace is going to expose it at all. She had a dream. She doesn't know, but she knows it's time travel.
Why did Charlie think he was a time traveler? He said, as I showed you in earlier messages, that he was a time traveler and he had to find me. Is that just something people are saying to their homies in text messages? And again,
yeah, people that fuck around, yes.
I would have placed so much emphasis on back when he was saying it, but it came to fruition. The other parts, he did die young. Why did he think that him dying young was necessary in order to change things? He did die young. It is related to Turning Point USA.
Oh, so it was necessary to change things.
At the very least, we could all agree it's related to him speaking at a campus event for Turning Point USA.
I can't stand watching her.
I'm totally occupied by this. I tell you, I read these messages and I'm going, what is this? What is reality, actually? And
whoa. The real question.
Yes, like I said, it was related to this organization.
Hey, guys, wait a second. I know you're thinking about Charlie and APEC and the Frankus, but what is reality, though, guys? Right. Frog Eye says Adam is a known 33rd degree Freemason assigned to cover up the great space-time conspiracy. Exactly.
And I think we would all agree that his death and the manner that they did it changed the world in ways that I don't think we can fully realize, or certainly not in a way that I can articulate. You just cannot pretend that all of this is one big unhappy coincidence. It's entirely plausible, I think plausible.
Political, controversial political figures never get assassinated. More likely, it's plausible. Space traveling theory. Have you thought of that? Have you thought of that?
Coincidence. It's entirely plausible.
I seethe with anger that somebody like this is so popular in the world. Like all the followers and all the orbiters and all the viral videos on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, and she's never been censored anywhere, always boosted by the algorithms. That should tell you a lot. Yeah, Candace is so deep. Same with Ian Carroll, one of her biggest cheerleaders. Hey, is Ian going to expose the space-time continuum? Dude, is Ian going to expose the Candace clockwork elves and space traveling next? Dude, cool conspiracy, bro. My new one.
I think plausible that they knew something about Charlie. And that's why they had him marked and had him monitored and had him likely followed since he was young. And maybe they thought, like the agents think, that if they swarmed him and they stayed with him and they pretended to be his friend, that ultimately they could control Charlie and perhaps change an outcome. They could literally change an outcome related to Charlie. So when for the first time in his life, because I do believe he was managed, I mean, I've already said I was handled. I didn't recognize that I had agents. And for the first time in his life,
you didn't recognize that you were a Zionist tool and hired as a Zionist propagandist? Well, then maybe we shouldn't trust your discernments and your research skills and your critical thinking capabilities.
Charlie peeks his head up and starts to push back in a meaningful way. They couldn't stop him from becoming bigger. That seemed to be inevitable. But they panicked. They seem to have panicked, right? I mean, this is just starting to happen within a year when Charlie's going like, hey, man, I don't actually think this. I don't actually believe this. And then he goes, you know what? Take the money. Take the money out of the organization. And they panicked. They freaked out. And their solution was, no, just kill him. Just kill him. We can't have this.
Can't have this. Sure. Take the money out. How much money was proven to be taken out? Like $1 million out of a $150 million company? Okay, let's hear the next. This is where she talks about that it's Sumerian technology.
You know what I wanted to talk about today? However, I'll save it for tomorrow. But this Project Looking Glass in the CIA, I wonder what they saw looking into the future, stealing not Egyptian, but Sumerian technology, which is what they did. These are culture vultures. These Gypsies is what they are. They wear whatever mask they need to. Do I have to pretend to be Catholic? Do I have to pretend to be Jewish? Do I have to pretend to be Muslim?
See, it's never Jews or Christians or Muslims that are just doing Abrahamic stuff that's the problem. Oh, it's these Gypsies that are culture vultures, Khazarians, Frankists, pretending to be Abrahamic. Oh, it's not the Bible and the Abrahamic prophecies that's the root of the issue. No, it's the Gypsies, culture vultures, pretending, the imposters.
Do I have to pretend to be Catholic? Do I have to pretend to be Jewish? Do I have to pretend to be Muslim? No, they're thieves. They're glorified thieves is what these people are. And they've always been this since the beginning of history. And they stole some Sumerian technology that allowed them to predict outcomes. And that technology stopped.
Dude, the Jews have secret Sumerian technology and can predict outcomes. And that's how they wrote all the prophecies. It's actually the magic Sumerian crystal ball. The Jews got the Sumerian Babylonian black magic crystal ball, guys. That's what it is. And they're sacrificing babies and drinking blood and adrenochrome and doing black magic rituals. This is where we're at. And the only solution is to become a Catholic and believe in Jesus and say Christ is king. She wouldn't do a Sumerian if one slapped in her face.
In 2012. We're going to get into that tomorrow. I find it to be fascinating. I wonder if they saw Charlie Kirk. Anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Wonder what they saw with these magical Jews and their Sumerian crystal ball saw about Charlie. Tune in tomorrow. See what I'm saying?
We've discussed these. Charlie may have been marked since he was a child. We've discussed these gate programs that they have in school. And I just think on the basis of what he told me, that when he was really young, they wanted to drug him, but his mother said no, and he was really grateful for that. And instead, they decided that they could send him to this X-Men school. That's the best way I can describe it. I would certainly, by the way, for you...
The best way? So you're saying that they could tell he had magical mutant powers, so they sent him to an X-Men school? What, they sent him to a private school for smart kids? Or what, like a special school for kids? He was autistic. They didn't give him the medicine. They sent him to the X-Men school. He was actually an X-Men super soldier. Zog. He was groomed as a child to be a Zog super soldier, and he went rogue. And they gave him his Mossad handler wife, but he went rogue. And he's Wolverine, yeah, with his super soldier neck that the gate program gave him.
This X-Men school, that's the best way I can describe it. I would certainly, by the way, for you internet sleuths, I'd like to find out which...
Hey, Jocelyn, I was just wondering, where's Jocelyn? I heard you were in a space, and I was like, Jocelyn has not been in my chat forever. Does Jocelyn not like me anymore? What's the deal? I was worried for a second, so good to see you, Jocelyn.
School Charlie had to attend. So he was pulled out of the regular school he was attending, and he had to go to some special school for the gifted, like he was an X-Man.
Oh, this is Charlie's childhood right here, X-Men. Dude. All the people that I would, it's funny, is just like a few months ago, I was like, Candace is stupid. This is all discrediting. And then I'm attacked by swarms of bots like, oh, 7,000 for you. Oh, you suck BB's cock. Like saying stuff like that to me. Calling me the synagogue of Satan. Brother B was in Gate. I was even in Gate for a few years when I was in like 3rd to 6th grade, maybe 4th to 6th grade. Public school, hardly an X-Men school. She just wasn't in Gate, so she doesn't know anything about that. She thinks that the smart kids went away to a autistic X-Men school. Yeah, who is Professor X? That's so funny. Okay, let's see this one. Everybody was tagging me on this. Lord Jesus Christ is King. Let's hear what she has to say. Of course, all of this kooky theories and everything satanic nonsense goes hand in hand with the Rabbi Jesus worship, of course.
If you are a propagandist, if you agree to be a propagandist, this is your award. We'll put you on a cover and we'll make you more famous. And all you have to do is sell your soul. So my question for you is, why didn't you sell
autistic yours? Super soldiers,
you could be Madonna. You could be a billionaire today. You could be sitting cushy somewhere in Los Angeles and...
I guess it's the same reason my dad didn't. You know, my dad could have done the same thing. And it's just, you just have to say what's true. And I had this vision. And then it just like turned my creative world upside down for about 5 years.
I don't know who this is.
What was the vision? So you're in the Caribbean.
I was in the Caribbean on the edge of a cliff. And it was just like...
I heard a theory. I forget where I heard this, but there's a theory going around that maybe Candace is trying to be as retarded as possible so she can plead insanity in her big $100 million lawsuit from Bridget Macron. Maybe she's going for the plea of insanity. Her lawyers are going to be like, Your Honor, jury, please watch this compilation of Candace. She is obviously mentally ill and cannot be held responsible for thinking Bridget Macron had a penis. Yes, this will be the last clip. I think it's the last one I have. Oh, no. She's also got the Reptilian, and all these people are reptilians too. You get the point. This is MIA, huh? She had the song where it was like, right?
1,000-foot drop to the ocean, and I had to sort of go and stay in this.
She's a Jesus grifter now.
Place there. So It was me and my cousin and her son, and I was like, okay, we'll take it. There was no internet or electricity, but I started getting text messages, and I know that my data wasn't on to get Wi-Fi, like on an edge of a cliff kind of thing. I was
Oh my God, get to the
getting
point.
these messages, and someone said, you're gonna die, you know, and I was like,
Oh no, dude, this is just the plot of Final Destination.
very ill, and I believed it, you know, and then I just thought that's fine. Like I've lived the life that I wanted and understood things, and was kind of happy with what I've learned, you know. And,
Oh my God, what are we doing?
and it was the strongest thing I've ever seen. And I was thinking, wow, I did not believe in Jesus or Christianity. And I don't believe that this person is going to save anyone. This person is not going to, it's a concept. You know, this figure is not going to save humanity. You know, you want God to be like this insane concept or a brand.
Daily Wire. Daily Wire, she was shilling stupid Jesus slop on Daily Wire. But now she's going to lead the...
Which no one can even perceive how to illustrate, you know. You cannot draw a man and say that's God.
Oh, we're going international for sure.
But then when I saw the vision, I was like, I totally believe it.
Totally believe it. Is this the vision? Jesus Christ is King of the Jews. Autonomous says they're all Masons and they all know Christianity is fake. Plausible. Or more likely, they're all just brainwashed, gullible Christians because we know those are real. We know that's a real thing. It's a mind virus. Don't even have to suggest a Masonic conspiracy. You could just say, take it at face value. They're a bunch of brainwashed goy slaves, brainwashed by the prophecy deception. What is this? Okay, we got time. We'll do one more. We'll do the reptilians. We got to go to the reptilians.
Download at night, you know, like my phone's getting, I'm telling you, I don't even think these people are human. Like I look at Elon Musk and Sam Altman and Peter Thiel, and I'm pretty sure they're hybrid. You know what I mean? Like they just look like an Apple software that I should be able to download at night, you know?
I think you're a
My phone's getting
reptilian.
an update or something. It's something in the eyes. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I know I'm human, but I don't know if I stabbed you if you bleed, you know? I'm not going to stab them, but I don't know.
Okay, we need a meme of Candace morphed into a reptilian. Candace taking off the mask and being a reptile underneath. We need that AI video. Because I think, hey man, allegedly, I feel you're giving the reptilian vibe. I don't know, but I know that Candace is allegedly a reptilian. Could we do that?
They bleed all the way.
She's literally a hybrid. Yeah. Who are you to call somebody a hybrid? Good one.
I think a battery would fall out. You know what I mean? And I just get that sense. I've always known it was demonic. And people
Demonic. Oh, just demonic, guys. They're all a bunch of demonics. But we're just dealing with demons. Just got to believe in Jesus, guys.
Because, as we talked about in this book, they are using science and this idea of technology and this idea of transforming society for the better to indoctrinate us into accepting this. And it's wrong and it's backwards. And the main component of all of this is psychology, right? They're able to do it because of psychology, making you think that society has gotten better. Our kids have objectively gotten.
Oh, but they would never use psychology. They would never take advantage of like religious psychology to control you, though. No. The most popular religion of the last 1,700 years, that's definitely trustworthy. That's the only true thing actually that you can trust in. Yeah, they're masters at psychology and mind control, but Christianity, that's definitely not one of those. How could you be so blind and not see this?
Dumber. We've become fatter. We've become less healthy. We've become less emotionally sound. And yet they are convincing us that this is like humanity's great leap forward. Well, he put a man on the moon, and he just like called him up.
Looks like Ivanka's
"Hey,
neck.
Press, what's up? I'm up here. Yeah, it's so cool. It's really great. It's nice. Starry night up here. Okay, I'm gonna text you. I gotta go by in '69, and they get these people. They tell
I
you
hate
he's
her.
a genius. They're all writing like he's a genius, so we should just accept that Elon Musk is a genius, because like all the writers who are obviously indoctrinated into the occult are telling us that this is the person that we should worship.
They're all obviously the occult, but the Bible is legit.
The establishment of Hollywood. It was all occults. They were all Aleister Crowley proteges who were just raping kids and summoning demons. And demons are real. So at the same time,
demons are real.
Summoning demons. They're
summoning demons, and we all have to believe in Jesus. I'm so sick of it. I can't stand her. I can't stand these people.
That faith is not real. And that has been, I think, the greatest trick that the devil ever played, right? Is making people think that he didn't exist, and making people atheist, making people
definitely be scared of the devil. Stay scared of the devil, goy. Believe in Jesus, goy. Oh, I was working for Daily Wire and Zionist for my whole career. They made me famous, but you can trust me now, goy.
Trick that the devil ever played, right? Is making people think that he didn't exist, and making people atheist, making people believe that there's nothing, like you're here for a moment in time, because then it allows them to further tether us to their reality and to their God, which is money, right?
Oh my God. No. You need to be, the real conspiracy is Jews having you believe in the Judeo paradigm, in Satan and God and messiahs and antichrist. And that's how they control your mind. And that's how they get you to worship their God. She's so completely wrong with this.
To their reality and to their God, which is money, right? Well, if you truly knew and believed, like I do, I actually know that this is not it. Like I know this.
Candace doesn't care about money. Ignore all the expensive clothes people keep seeing she's wearing. $1,000 shirts and stuff. Forget all of that. Forget her extremely wealthy husband. She's worth hundreds of millions. Forget all that. Oh, no, they worship money. No, she worships Yahweh the real way. The Jews hate it when you do that.
This is not it. But if you truly believe that, you wouldn't sell your soul. People think that that's just like an expression. Oh, he sold his soul. No, you are literally selling your soul.
Literally.
Like when you tell lies and you go down a path of lying because you're so afraid of not having the security of a paycheck.
You've sold your soul to shill for a Jewish Messiah, lady. You sold your soul to the Jesus grift. That's a face I could trust. That's a face right there that you can tell you're about to hear a good take on Jesus and Satan and Jews right there.
Or you're willing to do something terrible to maintain that job, or keeping your mouth shut to maintain that job. We're seeing it right now with the Charlie Kirk case, right? You're selling your soul. Like there's a life after this.
If you don't agree with Egyptian planes and some kook she brought on her show, well, then you're a demon. You're against God. She's doing God's work.
You pledge your allegiance to their dollar because they know life is going on. They know that. They want you to literally sell them your soul. That's my personal belief. It's why I am religious. It's why I speak about, my faith openly, because I just know if this is not it. And I just know these people are demons. Like, I don't know. They just like, look at the way they breathe. Like, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a Christian because like they're demons. Like, look at them. Like, look how they breathe. This is, I'm tired. Are you guys tired of this? Do you guys see this? If Jesus is real, then why is this woman one of the leading voices saying, well, Jesus is real because like they're demons. Like, look at them, like reptilian, obviously, like space travel, like Egyptian planes.
Same thing. I look at Sam Altman. I'm like, look, I don't know. No.
Ooh, Candace is crushing.
But I know that's not a droid, obviously.
She's just a parody of herself.
It's like, I don't know. They just like, look at the way they breathe. Like, you know what I mean? Same thing. I look at Sam Altman. I'm like, faces. I don't know. No.
Who's into this?
But I know that's not a droid, obviously.
Okay. Who is into this type of stuff? Ian Carroll loves Candace. Candace is great. Ian's like, Candace is so smart. Candace and her team. Ian's like, I fully trust Candace and her team, man. She's so smart. Not Soylent Goy says this isn't the first time I've seen a conspiracy noob go way off the rails. Yeah, she's par for the course. She's just one of the biggest ones. But there's people that have exactly her rhetoric are dime a dozen grifting on the internet. The kosher conspiracies.